Hello Cancers, so I'm doing your weekly reading for September the 8th to the 15th. I'm running like a series of experiments, okay? So basically, if you enjoy your weekly readings, then they will stay and they will become a permanent feature on this channel, okay? And the only way that I'm going to know if you're enjoying your weekly readings is if you support your weekly readings. Right, so today, for this week, we are going to take a look at love energies for you guys. Please do be aware that there is someone out there who has been cloning my channel multiple times. So please make sure that you're watching your readings on my channel, which is Phoenix Keia Tarot, okay? Right, so let's take a look who is thinking about you. So we'll cover that one first, and then we'll look at the why and what they're likely going to do, okay? So who is this person that is in, oh, okay. Oh, nice. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups energy is your first one out, Cancers. So this individual, they might be a Pisces, they don't have to be, okay? Take the zodiac information with a grain of salt. They could also be an Aries as well, because you've got the Six of Wands that's coming out. Basically, this person who is in your love energies, Cancers, they are really focused on the future with you, okay? They're focused on enjoying their life with you, having a good time, okay? We've got success, that there's public recognition here, that there's love. You know, that I'm getting the impression that this individual is wanting to shout from the rooftops all about you, okay? So if you're not official with this person, then they're definitely wanting to make things official, okay? If you're already official with this individual, then this individual has got some really exciting news that they are wanting to share with you, okay? This energy is absolutely fantastic, okay? There's nothing negative here whatsoever. This individual, they proper feel like finally that their life is on the right track, like everything, you know, it's complete. You complete them. Now, that's not to say that they are insecure or anything, okay? I know there's a lot of negativity surrounding that saying of, oh, you complete me. It's not meant in the way of this person is depending on you for everything, right? It doesn't mean that. It just means that you contribute to this person's happiness. You make them happy. They feel happy to be with you and around you. The only thing I can see here is they wish that they had more time to be with you, more time to spend with you. Maybe this person works a lot, okay? Maybe there's some kind of health issue that's going on with someone, right? But there's definitely this vibe of, do you know what? I just wish that there was more hours in the day so that I could spend more time with my Cancerian, okay? Absolutely beautiful, beautiful energy. So we've covered the who. Oh, now we're taking a look at the why. That's interesting because all of these cards have just come out squiffy. The Knight of Wands, the Empress, and the Six of Cups. Okay, and that came out as scattered energy. So I do feel that there is urgency to this person's energy, Cancers, okay? I feel that they are urgently wanting to either commit to you or take the connection up to the next level. There's certainly an important conversation here that this person is wanting to have with you about this relationship, this connection, and where it's going, okay? With that Six of Cups coming out off center, this might be someone from your past. It might be someone that you've already dealt with before multiple times. Again, that part's not going to resonate for everybody. There is this sense of, say if this person is someone that you don't know very well, that you're still getting to know, do you know what I mean? Like you're still waiting to see where it leads. This person feels a very strong connection towards you. Your energy is very, very familiar to them, okay? And they are definitely imagining the future. Now, these cards came out squiffy, because the future that they're wanting with you, it hasn't happened yet. It's still it's still in the process of becoming that future. Okay, that's why this energy is squiffy. There's also a little bit of paranoia, I feel, that's coming off of this individual, where they're worried about coming across as being too forward. Okay, so they don't want to come across as being presumptuous. So let's find out what that's all about. And then we'll take a look into their likely actions towards you. Right, so what's this message about this person not wanting to come across as being too presumptuous? Okay, right. Yeah, the Ten of Swords, that's basically come out in the reversed position. They don't want to scare you away, Cancers. So they don't want to present to you too many things at once. There's a feeling of, I want to say, the possibility of feeling overwhelmed here that's going on. Okay, what's this Empress? What's this Empress? The Wheel of Fortune, yeah. To be honest with you, Cancers, they can't quite believe their luck. Like, they're literally saying, holy shit, I've struck gold with Cancer. I do not want to sabotage this. I do not want to step out of line. There's so many things that I'm wanting to do with Cancer, that there's so many things that I want to present to them, but I don't want them to feel overwhelmed. So whoever this individual is, Cancers, they know enough about you to know that quick action, any fast declarations, you're going to read those as red flags, as you should. Okay. So this person, they know enough about you to know that, you know, you're smart. You are on the lookout for any sort of red flags. And that's why this person doesn't want to come across as being too presumptuous, okay? Because that's one of the major things that you're going to be looking out for. This Six of Cups squiffy is clarified with the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, that's also squiffy. So they know that they're needing to slow down. They know that they're needing to rein it in a bit, okay? They know that they can't do anything too quick, too soon. Can you tell us more? Thank you. Yeah, see, Knight of Pentacles, that's slow and steady, wins the race. The Seven of Cups, the Two of Swords. The Empress is coming out upright this time, and the King of Swords. Cancers, it is possible that you're currently dealing with a third person. Okay. It is possible for some of you, because there's a situation here where I feel, Cancers, that you're trying to weigh up your options to do with a different individual. Okay, we've got this energy here that's coming out of your tarot read, who is trying not to get too ahead of themselves, is feeling very excited. They're wanting some kind of answer from you, Cancers. And the question that is in their head is what's going on between you and another person. Okay. There is absolutely 3 individuals in this reading, like 100%. Because this individual here is like, okay, I need to slow down. I need to take my time. As excited as I am, I genuinely feel like this relationship between me and Cancer is like, this is it. Cancer is the one, right? They're wanting some kind of confirmation from you about what is going on between yourself and this King of Swords, a possible air sign. Doesn't have to be, okay? That could just be the energy that third person's coming from, right? I feel here like we've got an Empress energy who is stuck between a rock and a hard place. and is stuck trying to make a decision about the future of two love relationships. One situation's either dead or dying, isn't working, isn't growing, isn't developing, and someone's feeling incredibly lonely within that particular situation. They're wanting to end it, but for whatever reason, they feel like it's just not that simple. It's just not that easy, which is fine. Okay, nobody's going to judge. Everyone's got their own lives going on. Okay, if someone feels that leaving, it's not just a simple case of leaving, right? If someone genuinely feels that, there's going to be good reasons for them for feeling that way, right? So we're not going to question that, right? We've got this Empress who's like, I have to wait for whatever reason, okay, before they can finalize things with this King of Swords. And they're definitely not seeing eye to eye with this King of Swords, because this King of Swords is unable to provide this Empress energy with what they need, which is emotional availability, okay? There is no emotional availability coming off of this King of Swords. There is no emotional stability, right? It's like two people in a relationship physically, but emotionally, one of them's not available at all, which has made the other one check out completely, right? It feels like more of a business deal that's going on here rather than a romantic relationship situation, right? That's the kind of relationship here that this Empress is deliberating. Okay, what am I going to do with this? Because this is complicated as shit. And they are in a relationship or a connection with another individual that feels more like a business deal, right? They don't feel loved or cared about at all. It's a convenience, a relationship of convenience here that's going on with this energy, right? And that's why this original person here that's shown out in your reading, Cancers, is like, I have to wait for Cancers to confirm to me what the fuck is going on with this King of Swords person. I need to know before I can do anything. So because the Empress, which I highly suspect is your energy here, Cancers, because you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, it has defaulted onto this other person who is massively in love with you to also be stuck between a rock and a hard place, okay? So you definitely do need to make a deliberate, firm decision about this King of Swords, right? Lay it all out for that King of Swords. Free up your energy from that King of Swords so that you can then pursue this beautiful love connection here, okay, that we see with this Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands. Your person here cannot make a move. They cannot do anything until you make your move, okay, because they don't know what you're doing yet. They're very, very confused. They're wanting to do a lot of things with you, obviously, but they can't do any of it right now, okay, until you give them the green light to go ahead, basically. Really, really complicated situation, but, you know, life is often very, very complicated. Okay, so what actions will the person who loves Cancer take towards Cancer? Oh, wow, okay. Really heavy energies. Ace of Swords, and all of these came out squiffy. Ace of Swords, the Tower, the Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles again, the Two of Pentacles. It's possible you're dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, somewhere. You've got Judgment and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so the one who's in love with you, Cancers, they're saying, look, Cancers, I love you so fucking much, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for you, right? So, I mean, that's up to them, okay? It's no one else's place to tell them what they should or shouldn't do, right? Everyone's got their own way to live their life, okay? Everyone knows what's best for themselves. They have been deliberating. Here's the rub, Cancers. The one who's in love with you has been deliberating in their head, and it's not gone any further yet than just in their head. Do I tell Cancer's third person what's going on between me and Cancers, or do I just leave it? Right? They are very, very truthful, very, very honest. They're not someone who likes to live with this whole cloak and dagger bullshit, right? So they are wanting to make it abundantly clear to you that they're in love with you, but they're also wanting to break the news to the third person, that this King of Swords, whoever this King of Swords is that you're dealing with, this person here is wanting to tell them, look, you're going to have to leave Cancer be, okay? Because here's the thing, I'm in love with Cancers, but then they've come to the realization, that's not my place to do that. That's not my place to say that. Okay, so they are at the moment against their better judgment. It's not really what they want to do. At the moment, they are keeping quiet about it. They are keeping their mouth shut about it. Purely out of respect for you here, Cancers. Okay. So what's this King of Swords going to do? What actions will this King of Swords likely take towards Cancers? Because that's definitely a different person. Definitely. 9 of Cups. Okay. This King of Swords is going to try and prove to you, Cancers, that they are the healthy choice, the correct choice. They're going to try and do everything that they can to keep a hold of you, as it were. You've also got Death that's coming out as well. So that's change, endings, transformation. I don't know, I kind of feel like this King of Swords is playing a game, Cancers, I'm not going to lie. I feel like they're playing a game. It's almost like they are going to go out of their way to prove to you that they're the correct choice. I'm getting a bit of sleazy energy off that King of Swords. I can't explain it. I'm really sorry. I don't know what it is. It's just a really sleazy ass energy. Yeah, the 2 of Cups. Okay. See, that's wish fulfillment, happiness, completion, feeling like they've got everything. Death, that's an ending, which triggers some sort of change, some sort of transformation. And then the 2 of Cups, which is a partnership, a union. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that somebody would be happy about this ending. That's what I'm needing to clarify, because I'm looking at it and I'm getting quite a smug energy and a sleazy type energy. So it's like, on one hand, they're going to try and manipulate you and convince you that they are the better choice, when in actual fact they're quite sleazy and smug, and they're like, oh, well, you know, it doesn't bother me type energy. It's really weird. I don't know what it is about this particular King of Swords, Cancers, but it's kind of creeping me out a bit. It really is. King of Swords again. Right, what's the deal? I'm just going to ask straight up, what's the deal with this King of Swords towards Cancer? Okay. Yeah. I thought so. The Lover's off centre with the 5 of Pentacles also off centre. That's why I was getting a sleazy ass energy off of that, Cancers. Because whoever this King of Swords is, and I don't want you guys getting upset, right? I just got to give it to you as it is, right? this King of Swords, the reason why I was getting a sleazy ass vibe off it is because they are a bit of a control freak, right? I'm just going to give it to you as it is. They have been hoping that you would end the connection with them so that they could go off and pursue a connection elsewhere. They didn't want to be the ones to end the situation with you, though, because for whatever reason they were benefiting. The longer that you were staying in that connection with them, the more that they were benefiting from it. Okay, so it's like they weren't showing you love because they don't know how to love. Okay, that's just for a start. They don't know how to love. That's why you felt so neglected and empty when you were with them, and it was for them a relationship of convenience, like straight up. Now I've asked specifically, okay, what was the deal with that King of Swords? And you got these two cards that came out squiffy. They didn't want to be the one to end the relationship because they were somehow benefiting from it. So you were, or you have been doing everything for this King of Swords person. And it's like that they didn't want to, what is it they say? Why would I sabotage my own golden goose? Right? You were their golden goose. But they were quite sort of, it's like brushing you off. Do you know what I mean? Like not emotionally invested in you, but they were definitely emotionally invested in what you were doing for them, what you were giving to them, what you were supplying for them. Okay. They didn't want to voluntarily cut off their own supply, as it were. So what's actually going on is the main individual, the lovely individual that initially showed out in your reading, Cancers, the one who genuinely does love you, is like they see all this going on. So I don't know if that's like a friend of this King of Swords who thinks that this King of Swords is a total asshole and is treating you bad, is treating you wrong. Okay, somehow they can see that King of Swords is an absolute scumbag to you. Okay, and they're like that. It's not right. It's not right at all, because Cancer deserves so much better. So Cancers, you are definitely going to have to consider ending things with that King of Swords there, because that King of Swords is a user. And then you've got either a Pisces or an Earth sign who absolutely loves the bones of you. And do you know what I mean? Who will be there for you emotionally, who will contribute to the relationship, and who wouldn't dream for a single second of treating you like scum, like this King of Swords is doing. They wouldn't dream of it for a single second, right? That's not to say that this person over here is perfect, right? Ain't none of us perfect. But this person knows how to love. They know a good thing when they see it. Okay, they know how to respect other people. They know not to use other people. They know not to make other people feel like a piece of shit, right? Which apparently this King of Swords does to you on the regular and has no qualms about doing it. And you deserve far better. Far better. So over the next week, Cancers, I genuinely feel that it's going to be quite an emotional week for you. Yeah, you got the Star at the bottom of the deck. Healing, recovery, wish fulfillment also. Right? You've got a wish fulfillment coming in, and then the Four of Cups. So at one point you thought that this King of Swords was going to be your wish fulfillment. And they've been rejecting you at every corner, pushing you away at every opportunity. But they've been happy to take from you. And then you've got this individual over here that's genuinely in love with you. And they're confused as to why you've not kicked this King of Swords to the curb yet, like you should have done. Okay. Can we have some healing or guidance for Cancer's love energy, please? I'm just going to wait until I'm told. Okay, they're saying that top one there. Okay. This one says, the Christ flame. You're part of the wave of awakening that's happening on the earth now. You are exactly where you're meant to be and doing exactly what you're meant to be doing, so keep going. So, this situation has all been part of your journey, has all been part of your awakening. So, in the past, in the recent past, you accepting less than what you deserve. You didn't really think too much about it. But since there's been an awakening process that's been going on with you. And it's about unconditional love. And the true meaning of unconditional love. Some of you guys were taught that unconditional love meant that you had to put up with bullshit and disrespect. And that's not what unconditional love means at all. And since you're awakening, you've realized that. You've realized that. And it's taken another individual for you to recognize the ways of which you've been sold short. Okay. You're being told here, look, keep going. Keep going. Emotions are running high. Situations are becoming intense because it's all part of your awakening journey. Okay. It feels to me like this situation, we'll call it a situation, with the King of Swords type person, it was supposed to happen so that you could get closer to your own true self with this Christ consciousness card. Okay. Now, I'm not religious by any stretch of the imagination. Okay. So if you're also the same, then you can view this as universal energies, universal consciousness, because we are all part of the universe that is experiencing life itself through you, through me, through this King of Swords, through this person over here that's in love with you, right? Interesting. So, what you're being told is there are no mistakes. Okay. Meeting and being with this King of Swords person, that wasn't a mistake. Right? Meeting and being with this individual over here that absolutely loves the bones of you and thinks the world of you, that was not a mistake. Right? You wouldn't be able to get to point B had you not have come across point A first. Okay. Sometimes you have to... Do you remember those puzzles? Well, they're not really puzzles. When you were a kid and you had to join up the lines, and every line that you joined up, it drew a picture at the end. Okay. They're showing me one of them. So think back to when you were a kid and you had one of these, what were they called? It's where you join up the numbers. You go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, and then as you join up the lines, you end up with a really cool big picture at the end. It's one of them, right? They're asking for you to imagine one of them and to see this King of Swords as one of those points on that picture. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's get you a light-hearted message here for the end of your reading, Cancers. Just as a little bit of fun at the end of your reading. Oh, yeah. Carpe fucking diem. I should have known that one would come out. I should have known. Like, just given the context of your read. That's kind of spooky. YOLO. I mean, yeah. Yeah, there's a very valid reason why all this has happened, Cancers. And you know what? Sometimes that's all it takes is just that one person to remind us of our worth and our value. Because honestly, some Cancerians here have forgotten. They have forgotten their worth and their value, and they're being reminded of it through another person. And oftentimes that's all it fucking takes, right? Life, it is cheesy, right? But life is far too fucking short to waste your time on assholes. And whoever this King of Swords is, Cancers, they're a fucking asshole. Man or woman, doesn't matter, they're a fucking asshole. Let's be real. They've been treating you like shite. They've not been there. They might have been there physically, but they've not been there emotionally. They're a fucking asshole. Sitting there going, oh, well, you know, I don't really want to break things off with Cancer because it's, you know, if they want to break up, then that's fine. That they can do that. But I'm not going to initiate it because apparently they're gaining too much from it. That's sick. That's fucking sick. They don't deserve to be in the same room as you. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Anyway, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal readings, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.